Good morning. This is Melanie, aka Princess Ninja, aka the Keto Critic, and today I'm bringing you an update on my husband. If you've been following my journey, you know that I'm living a ketogenic lifestyle. You know all of the amazing things that I have accomplished during my keto journey. And my husband, who's never been on any type of weight loss or health journey, nutrition, he's never had to, because up until about age 32, he was skinny as a rail, and it hasn't been but the last 10 years he's been slowly packing it on. Just in the 5 years we've been together, he has put on 47 pounds. And so he finally saw a bunch of people at work slimming down, and they're like, well, I'm doing low carb, I'm doing low carb, I'm doing low carb. So I guess seeing like one of his friends he works with has lost like 60 pounds in just a few months, doing just low carb, watching what he's eating. So finally my husband jumped on board and said, you know what, I'm going to take control here. I'm so proud of him for doing, because that is so hard, especially if you're someone who's never, like I am like an expert dieter. I'm an expert dieter. But it's so hard to come to the place where you realize that you've got to take control of your health. And, you know, my husband is such a big sugar and carbohydrate addict. So, first, I just want to tell you, in today's climate, it's rare to hear women sing anything about men's praises. So I just want to take a moment, because I got to be honest with you. My husband is so amazing, and I just feel like I'm not going to get enough time with him as it is, because we met very late in life. I am older than my husband, and, you know, I am getting ready to approach 50. Like I said, we've only been together for 5 years. And so where most couples, you know, are married for 30, 40, 50 years, you know, I may not get that kind of time with him. So it is so important to me that he takes control of his health now, so that the time that we do have is quality time, really quality time. He's an amazing guy. He works so hard to provide for our family, you know, and for me, it's never been about money. You know, a lot of people, especially with me being a very successful career woman, you know, I'm comfortable. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I'm still in that middle class bracket. But I mean, I make a really good living, and I have a really good job that I work very hard to maintain. It wasn't luck. I worked to get here. But anyway, so I don't even know why I have to apologize for being successful. Yeah, this world has just gone bat crap crazy, and now you like feel guilty if you have anything bigger than anyone else, or at least it feels that way for me. Anyway, that's just me being real. So I shouldn't have to apologize for my success, because 30 years ago I was living in my station wagon as a single mom, dropped out of high school, GED, and look at where I am now. Nobody gave it to me. Nobody gave it to me. I didn't just automatically one day fall in my lap. I had to do some crappy jobs. I had to work 2 and 3 jobs. I had to go back to school. I did that. No help from anyone. No financial help. No help. As a single mom. So nothing's been given to me in life. Nothing. Except for salvation. There's my shout out to JC. That was given to me, and that was a huge sacrifice. Biggest gift I've ever been given in my life. So, you know. Anyway, so let's talk about my husband. So, my husband is just an amazing guy. But I did a video one time talking about how when we first met, one of our things together was, this is before I started trying to lose weight. This is before my heart issues got really chronic. Him and I used to love date night, because we'd go out and we were foodies. We were foodies. I'm talking dessert and dinner rolls slathered with butter. You know, we basically had no restraint when it came to what we ate. He would order something crazy delicious. I would order something crazy delicious, and we would share our plates, and there was hardly ever anything left. I mean, our portions were out of control. Our calories were out of control, first and foremost. And then along with that type of eating and doing that, we developed this really weird relationship with food and this really weird association with food. Instead of looking at food as nutrition and food a way to fuel our bodies, we were, I don't know, using it as like a drug. You know, food becomes like a drug. So, of course, here I am 4 years later when I decided to start my journey, having all of those health issues that I was having. Now my husband's on board. So let's talk about my husband's journey. So he started out with a high weight of 247 and a half pounds. And, everybody has to reach where their uncomfortable level is. And I guess that was his uncomfortable level. So on his own accord, without any help from me, he started doing things. I mean, I was always in the background saying, sweetheart, when you're ready to do this, I can help you. When you're ready to do this, I'll pack your lunch. When you're ready to commit and you're ready to do this, I'm going to help you any way I can, because I'm a ninja, he's a ninja. We'll just ninja this, right? That's in my marriage too. So I've been praying so hard this year. Let me be a better wife. Let me be able to lead him somewhere healthy. Please let me have a more giving spirit, because there's a very ugly side of me that's like, I'm not packing his lunch. Nobody helped me pack my lunch when I was ready to take my damn journey. I've had to do everything on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had this really toxic, negative attitude. And so I've been praying, and I've been asking to be a more giving, a more loving, a more thoughtful, a more charitable wife. And because sometimes, we'll jump in the car and we'll go do something for a best friend or somebody on the side of the road. We want to stop and be a good Samaritan, and we'll change a tire, whatever. But the person that is in charge with us for the rest of our lives, the person that we're supposed to love and honor and cherish until the day we die, we kind of treat them like crap sometimes. I mean, seriously. And I mean, you can pretend you have a perfect marriage. I don't ever pretend that, because I am far from perfect. I am flawed. I'm broken. I come with baggage. I come with attitude. I come with scars from past relationships. So I never pretend that I have this perfect dream like. But I got to tell you, I know that my marriage is of God, and I know that He brought me to this place, to this person. This is my soulmate. So, I've been praying to be better, because one of my faults is I tend to be sharp. Like if I survived something and you're over there whining about something I've already survived, I have a tendency to be incredibly sharp and be like, suck it up, buttercup. But I gotta remember, we're not all in the same place, and he's never had weight issues in his life. So here's someone who their whole life has been skinny, been able to eat whatever they want, and as a fat person, you're like, oh, boo-hoo, But here he is, all of a sudden dealing with the prospect of, I've got to cut down, I got to cut back. He's never had to do that, right? And just getting older in general kind of sucks sometimes. As grateful as we are for our lives, sometimes it's like, why does that hurt? It's never hurt before. So anyway, my husband, back to my husband. I can be such a scatterbrain too. Could you imagine being married to me? Could you imagine living with me? I'm like all over the place. God love him. He's a special person to be able to put up with me. And he loves me for who I am. So there's that. Anyway, his journey. So he started out at 247 plus something pounds. And he started cutting back, making better choices. Like when he would go to Wendy's, instead of getting a fry, he'd get a small chili. or he'd get a little baked potato, or he would stop eating when he was full. His portion sizes, he started trying to eat more salads, more vegetables. He stopped drinking sweet teas every day and went to like half and half, like half sweet tea, half unsweet tea. He started putting less sugar in his coffee. You know, he started making that transition himself, and he got himself down a few pounds and was hovering between, excuse me, 237 and 240. That's where I come in. Now, about the time that he made the decision that, hey, I'm going to go low carb, we were getting ready for our cruise. So about a month ago, before our cruise, about a month before our cruise, he's like, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to start till the cruise. So I started researching, okay, how do I help him? Where can I make myself the most effective in his journey? And that was getting him used to portions, getting him used to substitutions, telling him what he can and can't have. Because here is someone who's never had to count calories, never been on a diet in his life, has no freaking clue. Not because he's not a smart man, because my husband is a genius. He married me, right? My husband is a genius. But he's never had to deal with nutrition, so he's like, I have no clue how many carbs that has in it. So just like myself, before I started doing research, there were foods that I was eating that I thought were so freaking healthy for me that were killing me. Anyway, so I thought I can start packing his lunch. Anyway, we go on the cruise, blah, 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 blah. We come back, he's at 238 pounds. So he's lost, bravo, he's lost almost 10 pounds just on his own discipline, accord, regiment, whatever it is that he's done. So I start packing him his lunch 10 days ago. 10 days ago. My husband stepped on the scale yesterday at 229. He is down 8 pounds in 10 days. And you and I know that a lot of that's water weight, right? But that's okay. I'm not going to take any victory from him. He deserves every bit of accolade that I'm feeding, right? I'm so proud. He's doing things on his own without my prompting. Like yesterday, I found these Smart Buns that have zero. They supposedly have 0 carbs in them, right? So I found these Smart Buns. He's like, I really just rather not have those, you know, because it makes me want bread. I mean, that is a huge milestone. That is a recovering carb addict right there. Just, phew, how amazing is that? He's doing things like asking me questions about foods, like if I have to have this, or if I go to this restaurant, what can I have? Or, you know, so he's really engaging, he's really plugged in, and let me tell you what a blessing that is to our marriage. I have been in this alone, and I have felt, now I'm never alone, right? My Creator's always there with me. But I'm just saying, as far as this diet on this earth, I have felt so freaking alone in my personal life. Not on YouTube, not on Facebook. I have a million keto friends. I'm talking about, there was a small desire in my heart. I wish my husband would join me on this journey. But I've never been one to make somebody go on a diet just because I'm on a diet, you know. And my husband has always, up until now, had a heart of, I'm going to eat what I want to eat. If you want to lose weight, fine. I love you just the way you are. You don't have to lose weight. And so I have lived the last 3 years sitting next to somebody eating all of those foods that I couldn't eat. And there's just, I can't explain to you what him converting to low carb means to me, and feeling like my best friend is now my friend and partner in my weight loss journey. And even though he's doing low carb, which is not as strict or regimented as what I'm doing, he doesn't have the metabolic issues. He doesn't have the diabetes. He doesn't have the insulin resistance. He doesn't have all of the things that I have that has brought me to the keto lifestyle. And he hasn't been a chronic lifetime yo-yo dieter. But I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. I can see in his face, I can see in his neck. My husband carries a ton of weight right here in his neck, like to the point where you can't see a definition between the chin and the collarbone here. You could starting to see definition there. I can see his clothes are fitting him differently. He seems to have more energy about himself. So I'm noticing all of these things about him, and I just wanted to sing his praises. If you have a spouse that's on a weight loss journey, there's nothing to say that you have to do the exact same thing that they're doing. And maybe you don't have the same kind of weight problem, but engage them. Because let me tell you how amazing and what an amazing gift he's giving us as a couple by engaging in my journey. He's always been supportive of my YouTube, my Facebook. He has sacrificed endless hours so that I can do this, and hopes to inspire and just tell people that it's okay. This journey's okay. You're okay. We're all okay. We're all ninjas, right? But the food part, the eating part, the sacrifice part, the calorie counting, the restrictions part, he's never been part of that. He's never had a problem eating cheesecake in front of me. He's never had a problem eating an entire bag of chips in front of me. He's never knowing that I might be hungry, but I'm done with my calories for the day, or I might be hungry, but I'm just choosing not to eat because I want to continue on my fast. So he's never been part of that journey. And it just, I feel like this is going to just make us stronger and closer. That and the fact that the truth is, I'm going to be 50. I already have heart issues, right? I'm going to be 50 years old, and I want as much time with my husband as I can, and I want us to have quality of life. I want us to be able to retire in 10 to 15 years and travel. I want us to be able to do those things, and we're just not going to be able to do it if we're unhealthy. So I'm looking forward to this new journey with my husband, and let me know if you like this series. I'm going to continue doing it. My husband doesn't want to be on the camera, but he doesn't care if I talk about his journey, because if it can help somebody else, he's all about that. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Keep being a ninja. We're going to keep being a ninja, and we'll just ninja this. Oh, TGIF.